I think I'm live. How do I get rid of these markers? I got no clue. Hello and welcome back. So the last time we were live, I was working on lava spleef. So right now, as of today, technically as of yesterday, I am so happy to announce that this is done. This, for all effort, is ready. And I'm so proud of that. So let me just go back. Yeah, this way. There we go. Let me die real fast, just so I can have my sprint back. So welcome back to TMB, where I die quite often. I'm gonna die here. Oops. I'm not freak him. Hold up. I'm a complete idiot. So I've added a bunch of quality of life things for my client side. I think I have waypoints. I have a map now. I think I showed off that I had distant horizons last time. I have a better F3 menu. There's a bunch that I added. But that doesn't really have much to do with the server. Just more quality of life stuff for me. So let's go to the event room. Let me sleep in here. And we go to lobby. So currently the permissions don't exist, and that's what we need to figure out today. But welcome to lobby, fucker. You're here. So now you're forced into adventure mode. Used to it was survival, so I had to configure multiverse. You'll notice that has a thing above it. That won't be there in the final version, but it's just there to let me know this is what I was working on last. So welcome to the Spleef lobby, which technically this really doesn't need to be in my inventory. Oops. Yeah, you're not really supposed to have anything in this area. So there's a couple different spleef maps. Only thing that functions at the moment is lava spleef, which, as you can tell, I got some effects earlier, or just now. You might have just seen on screen. I'll explain that in a sec. But, as you could tell, it does indeed work. Oh no, I got one of the debuffs. Of course I got fire resistance. Of course I got fire resistance. Hold up. I have to change a bunch of command blocks over to function. Alright. Anyway, so... well, I guess I don't get that enchanted golden apple. So right now that's kind of a mess. Ignore that. There's a bit of configuration issues. But as you can tell, it works now, and as you can tell, it does self-heal now. Now, as you can tell, also stuff like invisibility is here. It's like we have different buffs. Let me go down. So this is the main control room. I probably shouldn't show you this, but this is the main control room underneath the map. So you go down. This is what self-heals everything. You'll hear the sheep. I'll show you that in a moment. So, Inspo, VE members, Lava Speed, credit, I wish to exist. It will be changed. Let me do that now. Instead of just crediting myself, because Jude helped, I'm just going to credit TMBSMP because he's one of the mods. First test was on the 1st of the year. But yeah, so self-healing works. Ooh. I just broke the map. I totally just did that. I can't believe I just did that. Oh, I got a knockback stick. I'll show you that in a moment. Alright, so say hello to Enderman, 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 and Enderman. So essentially what these guys do, they give either buffs, or in this case, which one is it? Debuffs. So this one clears inventories. Wind charge, speed 3 for 20 seconds, knockback stick level 2, which you saw in my inventory for a moment. Notch apple, speed 3, sword, fire res. Then these are jump boost, and then 2 of them are clear inventory. This one's the invisibility. So, I guess you now have the odds for each one. But... oh wait, I have free cam. What am I doing? I could be abusing free cam, but I'm not. And then just for security, we did add like wool to the bottom of this, so like there's an extra layer thing. I do need to add that as well to this, because currently you can activate a large patch on this end here if you jump off and throw a snowball at the bottom. Currently you can't break blocks, which is good because that completely freaked out the map for obvious reasons. Let me disable free cam. See, this is why I like free cam. But yeah, so this is a test I was doing because currently how the game works is really simple. Clears your inventory, gives you snowballs, oops, and then clears all your effects. That's the start of the game. And then I also had this bottom one and that one I was adding. The thing is, I don't want to have 50,000 effects and things. Or like 50,000 command blocks just for the beginning part. So I'm trying to figure out, because right now this works very well. It clears the effects, clears your inventory, and gives you enough snowballs to where it fills one hotbar exactly. This gives you enough time to play the game for a little bit, but not so long that you could just camp for the best items. It's a bit of a Hypixel the Pit type game. You're not meant to live for very long. They really like the remove item one, don't they? I'm going to have to make it to where there's only one of those at this point. Yeah, that's actually getting annoying. I might actually have to go and fix that. Ooh, copper sword. Thank you. But currently, if I could forget how to fly, I guess? No, currently, we have this. Currently, can I do that? There we go. So currently, it gives me the tag snowball, applies speed to anyone who has the effect tag snowball, and then removes the tag. So, I'm going to kind of run with this and kind of see. Yeah, okay. Because the thing is, I don't want 40 in command blocks. I would like to be able to use 2 command blocks. That'd be great. But this minigame is kind of important. So the issue then becomes I'm going to have to move that. And if I go too much higher, people will die of fall damage. Or actually, do I want to disable fall damage? That would make matches go for very much longer. Let me think. / game rule. We'll turn it off for now and just kind of live with it. I'm so proud of how big this map is. This is only 50 blocks by 50 blocks, so 100 by 100 area. Oop. There we go. But it works so well. I think there is an issue with redstone only working when you're so close. So hold on. This shot should, in theory... Oh, no, it does. I'm just bad at this game. Okay. Wait. So let me think. The issue is I want people to jump into the arena. Having 3 there was fine. I was okay with this. This, it felt excessive, but hey, it functioned well enough. But I'm thinking that might... Because here's the thing, it functions just fine. But I want it to be a little more specific. And that, what I did earlier with this, where it only targets the nearest player with the tag snowball, would do that. But that's 3 command blocks for 1 command to go through. That's a lot. So I'm going to have to think. Tag, add. Okay, there we go. Credit unlock dev snowball. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm working on. Because I also want to give speed. That's kind of what started this. Is I want people who come into this to have speed. So let me think. Because it feels like this, for this big of a map, is a little slow. So like speed 3 felt fine. This is speed 3. Like this feels a lot more natural. Especially for this big of an arena. So it's not going to improve your jump or anything. But speed 3 feels a lot better. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this idea of the whole tag thing and use it for something else. Where space isn't as big of an issue. Let me... Oof. This is why I can't be in this room very much, because it's so loud. Okay. Scary bit. Crap.
Did you leave a cranberry peach juice in the kitchen?
Yes.
Don't put it where my clean dishes go.
Ah, okay.
You actually put it in the shelf with the clean cups.
Ah, okay. Okay. This is going to speed up the clock slightly. But it's also going to allow me to activate this command block. So... at a speed 3 true. So that means the speed effect that's below here. Let me... I will kill you. Alright, so jump boost. So now the speed actually has to change to something useful, because speed 3 is now the normal. Let me think. Slash effect. Let me think. Ooh, darkness could be good. Okay, so there's a bunch of good ones that we could actually mess with. Okay. Grab my music. Alright, there we go. So jump boost. So do 5 seconds, blindness 1. There we go. Whoa. Okay, we'll do for 3 seconds. So it's just a temporary blindness. So instead of jump boost, what's another good thing? What's absorption do? What does absorption do in Minecraft? Okay. What does health boost do in Minecraft? Oh, okay, so no. What does instant health do in Minecraft? We'll do for 3 seconds. 1. Hold on, let me think. So what does this do? Okay. So now I'm at 1 heart. Boom. So, okay, so occasionally you'll go to full health. Good. That's such a sad song. 5 seconds. Freedom, attention, out in daylight, my potential, bold, precise, experimental. What is something I could give people? So, hold on, let me do... Oh god, did I do at R? Okay, at R. At R. At R. Okay, I'm not dumb. Oh, hold on. Ender Pearl. That's so small. Weird. So we'll do one Ender Pearl. Yeah, look! I was about to say, what happened to blindness? Thank you. Truly great to be blind. So instead of fire res, because I want all of them to be different. Oh my god, that'd be horrible. Levitation. For 3 seconds. I don't know how to fucking spell that. Hold up. So technically you could insta-die. Knockback 2 stick. NASA could be horrible. Wither's too mean. Yeah, we'll give them resistance for 3 seconds. Resistance 255. What would that do, by the way? Resistance does not protect you. Jeez. Oh my god, the levitation. What does resistance do in Minecraft? Okay. We're gonna see. Let me just... Okay, so in theory, I shouldn't be able to die if I get the resistance thing. So let's wait and see if they just give it to me. Yeah, because look, I can do that. Look at this! This is cool. It still has not given me the resistance. Ooh, E-Pearl. Look at this. Wait, does the Ender Pearl... Okay. Real quick, let's... So let's clear my inven. And let's grab Ender Pearl. Alright, clear map. Yes! Okay! Ender Pearls, activate it. What about eggs? Oh my god! Oh, that is so disorienting. Oh. For whatever reason, that one wasn't set up. Oh, shit. That's set to at. Oh, hold up. This is a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. So that could have been abuse. That could have been abused. Oops. We want to clear it from the nearest player, not everyone. Because if someone gets blindness, we don't want them to have an easy out. Alright, so this is the inventory thing. Just fine. Then I'm thinking actually on these corners, we're going to do eggs instead of snowballs. Because they... And as you can tell, they're interchangeable. So even, let's say... oh, wait, I wanted snowballs. I can do that. So do... Just take aim. Alright, so egg, snow, egg, snow, egg. Snow, egg, snow, egg, snow. And hey, watch. If a chicken does spawn, watch. Usually it immediately dies. And you can run the same input combos. I feel like I can throw snowballs than I can... Hold up. Yeah, I think I can throw snowballs faster, or like slower than eggs. Hi. Hello. Okay, they can't hear you. I am live. Yeah. Do you want to see what I'm doing? Like, hold up. But yeah, they can't hear you. Huh? Oh, that's just... that's a client-side thing I added because I thought it was cool. It's so that, especially in the overworld, I can get a better view of things. Technically don't need it in this world, but I don't know how to toggle it on and off outside of just hiding everything. So I found out eggs are also effective for activating this. And also... if a chicken spawns from an egg... There we go. They kind of die. Is it cruel? Yes, but also fun. I also added different effects because the ones that I had were kind of lame. It's like... Ender pearls And if you throw them and they land, yes, you teleport, but you better start moving because it also activates on... Let me actually go into survival. It actually activates the floor. So kind of like, I just got instant health. There's still the knockback stick, but there's also effects like blindness. I might add slowness at some point. What are you talking about? How do you pronounce that sentence? Right, there we go. So you're supposed to be in adventure mode. I was just fucking around. So, now we have this fucker. And there's one other thing I need to do. This command block is here, and we need to actually use it. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Speed 3, infinite true. Okay. Okay, so that's been set up. Good. And then just to balance the clock, like this isn't going to give effects. I just want to balance it. Immune to effects or something stronger. The fuck do you mean effect? I just have to remember to... Okay, so the speed thing works. We'll do like speed 4 or something, cause I'm greedy. There we go. Alright, so that works. I think we are pretty much done with Lava Spleef. Which I need to learn how to rename worlds, because currently the MVTP command for this is actually Redstone Spleef. I don't know how to change it, because originally it was just going to be called Redstone Spleef, because, well, it's triggered by a redstone thing with skulk sensors. I love having blindness. Thank you. So I'll figure out how to rename the world. You probably won't have to deal with it, because you're stepping on a command block, but I will have to deal with it. Now I get to grab OBS. So I can make sure. Now I go into spectator and I'm just gonna start taking some screenshots. Because I also want similar map styles for the other worlds. I just hope I actually landed those as generated, you know. Oh my god, there's just a little chicken. There we go. Why can't I move? See, this type of screenshot, like having to go inside the floor to get, is pretty cool. So if I do this and like go into the floor real fast. This is trippy as balls. I know, right? Okay. So Quake Pro kind of breaks spectator mode. Good to know. Right now I'm getting screenshots because that's really been helping. There we go. I do think having a bigger map at some point would be super cool, but that will wait because the way I want to make it bigger is going to take a while to build. I can actually kind of show you what I want to do. So let me kill F3. MVTP. Hold on. Why don't I do this the normal way? Oh shit. Okay. I was working on this at some point. I didn't know how shit it was. Okay. So Y level 65 is the spawn area, right? Also, why did that go straight to the main area? That needs to go to the spleef lobby. That's a problem. So let's do some marker level stuff. So we'll do F2. Actually, hold on. Let me just make sure I'm like right underneath this. F2. Technically, I could do that, but I also do want to kind of copycat myself. So. So, now we'll go to redstone spleef. Go yeet. Wait, what? There's been a mix-up in connectivity. Yeah, that went to the wrong thing. Okay, so that needs to be copied over to literally all these command blocks. Cool. It's super easy to make things work. Just when you're doing this many things, things get mixed up. So now if I go to the wool spleef minigame, it's... oh, I haven't been in this minigame before, so that's why it freaked out. Okay. Now, immediately speaking, I need to tell something. I need to check if I'm allowed to break blocks, so... Let's go redstone spleef, over to wool spleef, and then yes. So that's not being enforced, so... Let's disconnect, and you shouldn't be able to see that. Nope, good. World permissions. I need to shut down the server. Go to sleep. I can go over there so I can drink my soda. And the server's going to complain because I had to go to sleep. But unfortunately, Multiverse Core does not have a current way to change the thing in force game mode within this world, from what I have found. If I am wrong, please, for the love of God, correct me, because shutting down the server to do this is really aggravating. Server's offline. Good. Technically, I don't need to worry about that, because I'm really not doing much, but... Alright, Butters carts, we're going to not enforce the game mode yet. So Control F will. Next, enforce game mode. Adventure. Generator void gen, hunger true. We're going to turn that off. Respawn world, PvP true, that's fine. Don't allow weather. Auto heal's fine. Auto load, bed respawn. No, there's not really going to be anything. Alright, now I need Control F, and now for TNT. The fuck? What do you mean you can't find the word spleef in this? What the fuck? What? So Butters carts. Let's find credits. That's all fine for now. Lobby. This is actually gonna kind of be important. Advancement grant true. Difficulty. Normal, adventure mode, void gen, hunger false. Spawn, redstone spleef, which is the other thing. I don't want to break this, but I also want to rename this. I'm thinking. Adventure mode. Spleef. There we go. Okay. Auto heal true. Allow weather false. false. MV spawn location. So I can change that. TMBSMP, not worried about that one. I've already configured that. Nether. And TNT spleef. There we go. So yeah, it does exist. Enabled, yes. We'll tell that to go away. No hunger. And adventure. That's what I'm here to correct. Ow. Okay, so I've already corrected that. Weather off. Hunger false. The PvP map, that one, I will worry about those things later. But save. Close out. Yes, save. Save to server. No, I don't. No, I don't want to close FileZilla. Thank you. I'll just hide it. Start server, and now I think it should be enforcing the correct game mode now. Because the default is survival mode, and that's kind of not what we want. Yep, it's going to take a minute. I forget. My anti-cheat makes it take a while to start up the server, but I'd rather have the anti-cheat than not have it. It thinks it's online. Unavailable, still connecting to Discord. Yep. Okay. So that's the SRV thing. Alright, so now let me do redstone spleef, look down. Then we go to wool spleef. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Wait, no. What? Okay, it's just that one piece of wool that's kind of glitched. What the fuck? Alright. Alright, and so now yeah, so usually I would use a gold pressure plate, but unfortunately we can't use that. So slash give exist. That way we can at least quick teleport out. Slash mvtp at p spleef. So now we can go back. Welcome back. Yeah, so that teleports to the wrong place. That's like not a bad thing, but it's not a great thing. Alright, so let's go to the spleef game mode. Which, yes, I know there's a lot of extra steps to get to the correct game mode. I think eventually we won't have that, but for now we will. Just because it makes configuration a lot easier on my end. Perfect. So now all of them... Alright, so now all of them are functioning. So, just for now, I think we're going to grab a redstone block. And I'm going to put it underneath the letters for the wool and the TNT just to kind of show that they aren't functioning at the moment. So if you see like the wool thing, I guess, just, know that it means out of order or whatever. Okay, so lava's completely good, completely open. What is something vibrant and green? Something like fucking lime wool, maybe. We'll use wool instead of a redstone block, just for consistency. There we go. Lava! So now we can actually see lava spleefs up, but wool and TNT are currently down, which the sun kind of makes that hard to see, but... yeah. Slash game rule do daylight cycle true. It's just because the daylight cycle was off. And then I also turned off weather, didn't I? But yeah, so all of the main core games, so let me go back real fast. So the core games, are you fucking kidding me? That goes to the wrong place. I'd rather find out now than when the server is live. I need to be more forgiving. So that just needs to go back to lobby. Yes, I know I can spell it under. Anyway, so lobby, we have all these games. We have PvP game, which I've called PvP Blu-ray. You'll see why later. Spleef, hide and seek, and Butter's Cart, which is a reference to a previous server I've written that I've helped out and also run. So that's mainly just for the kart racing. I want to at least focus on Spleef, get that working, and be happy. Because as long as I can do that. Ignore that. Oh my god. Why? Okay. I'm trying not to see a specific character because that will spoil some of the storyline. Yeah, let me slash. There we go. Anyway, yeah, that was a bit stressful because I don't want to spoil the storyline. But yeah, I want to at least get Spleef done. Because right now, you can go between main world, lobby, Spleef, lava Spleef, and the game fully works. This is how I want games to work. You can just jump in from the get-go. And then eventually, I think I want a role that you have to, like, earn. That gives you the ability to, like, you know, teleport to the minigames directly instead of having to go through lobby. I think would be cool. The issue with that is I'm afraid that'll give you access to other minigames that I don't want people accessing yet. Also development related things like the mod base, stuff like that. Testing worlds. Love y'all, but no. No, we don't want you having access to that. So let me just die real fast. And I can just... Also, yes, I added eggs, but I've already mentioned that. It's actually kind of cool. There we go. So that's working. I'm not too worried about the rest. But yeah, let's go back. And I think I want to do the wool spleef first, just because it should be easier. Not easiest. The freaking lava spleef was really easy. Just a bit time consuming for my preference. I do like, however, that we can like build really deep down, like into the negatives. That's going to help with this map. I'll explain in a moment. Keep inventory isn't on, is it? No. So that's the first thing we got to do is game mode config. So game rule. Keep inventory. True, because issue, if we drop things on the ground and people can't pick them up, that's gonna lag the server. That's a problem. That's why earlier in Lava Spleef, for example, oops, shit, I forget. There we go. So in Lava Spleef, for example, it removes 144 items from my inventory because it also gives me 144 items. This prevents them from stacking too much, because if you, let's say, give, let's say, zombie head 500. Oh, apparently 500 isn't enough. As you can tell, if I fill my inventory with a /give command, that's going to have some on the ground, and that's very much not what we want. So that kind of presented an issue, because for whatever reason, some of the time you couldn't pick those items up like I just did, and that's obviously going to kill the TPS, which is very important. We can have the server as large and as heavy as we want it, so long as we're at 20 FPS, or 20 TPS, because that's your server tick. That's the reason why we use multiverse, because the different worlds tick the server differently. It's not all running on the same world, same tick clock, whatever it's called, which I love. So, let's go back to TNT, which... Oh, wait, no, we were doing wool. I'm dumb. You'll learn that quickly. Oh. There we go. Alright, so the first level is going to be pretty simple. I don't think the redstone for this is going to be very hard. Like, at all. It's going to be very, very similar. So, answer is 65... 59? So let me grab my screenshots folder. I unfortunately also can't show it because, well, the screenshot folder has a bunch of development things. Alright. So let me reload the screenshots. Screenshots. Yeah. Okay. So 49. That's why it feels a bit cramped. Because it's 49, not 59. Alright, so this is the first level of the entire thing. I don't know how big I want to do this, because the original one is 50 by 50. Like, 50 blocks out in every direction from the middle block. So, like, it's 101 block by 101 block, roughly. So let me think. And then also I need to actually figure out the color scheme, because I know I want it to be a rainbow. Yellow, green, maybe. We'll see. Alright, so we'll do orange. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we'll do 16 by 16 off center. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which, you can tell, because we're building off 0, 0 makes the math super fucking easy. I don't even have to count, technically. Boom. Correct area. Alright, so now that's done. Now slash game rule. Mob spawning. What? Fine, let me just change the difficulty. time set day this shit. And this should be also 16 by 16 away. Good. Correct. This is going to involve a lot more command blocks, technically, but it's also not going to be hard. So in our case, we're going to clear the inventory. We're going to give them shears and then speed and then clear the effects from them. So basically same setup as before. Because we're also going to have boosts for this game because I think it's cool. Alright, and so from there, we're just gonna currently, these buttons do nothing. They'll do stuff soon. They're gonna give you a pair of enchanted shears, which, let's say you jump off, you land about here, so yeah. Honestly, I think this should be fine for a few players. So let me just do blue over and then slash game rule fall damage false. Because I want a few blocks between the layers. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that seems fine. It's not claustrophobic, at least not badly. Then I might actually do night vision because of how dark it might get. We'll see. We'll see. There we go. Wait, what? What happened to the blue piece of wool? Oh my god, I deleted it. Alright, that's back to center. God damn. Yeah, because now you can't even tell this is orange. Slash effect. Yeah, so night vision's probably pretty much going to be mandatory, which is fine. Alright, so as you can tell, that's a bit annoying. So let me think. Hold up. Efficiency 5. Hmm. Okay, let me think. Okay, also let me die. That also works. I forgot I was in adventure. Alright, so the thing is, Lava Sweep has a command that is similar to what I need. And I stole it from Google. I don't remember what it was. Because the issue is... Oh, shit. The knockback stick command. Now I just need... Okay, so... Let me just temporarily get rid of... Or, like, hold on. Oh, I forgot. So, obviously, this is gonna work. Yeah, so knockback stick. Just as an example, where's an animal? So obviously that works, but now I need a command that gives me shears I can do something similar. So can break. Expected literal oak log. Yeah, because the issue... So look, enchantments... Because I got no idea how to fix this. Let me try this. The internet is a godsend sometimes. We'll see if it's correct. We'll send it to myself. Okay, let me grab my super long message. Google is a liar. Yeah, because the issue is trailing data. So obviously this works. Okay, let me... Okay. Let's see. No, it's gonna freak out. Let me look. Why? Alright, so Formatting for this correctly is going to be a bitch, because I got no clue what I'm doing. Okay, so now I have efficiency 5. What about efficiency 200? Yes. Yeah, pretty much instant. Okay, so efficiency 5 is pretty much as high as I want to go. Let's go back to Google, however, because obviously I'm still not really doing it. How to make an item only break certain items. Can destroy. Okay. Google says this command. I'm gonna say Google's dumb. No, fucking trailing data. Okay. Your fucking command doesn't fucking work. As you can tell, it doesn't fucking work. Let me try it in a single player world just to see if it's a server thing. Kill my F3 menu. Nope. Nope. Love that. Oh, this one says, hold up. Wait. I think I found it. This can break black wool. So if I'm in adventure mode. Actually, hold on, let me go. I don't think it's only breaking black wool. Lovely. Come on. This is why I specialize in this. Wait, hold up. Okay. Look, it can break it in. Okay, this is what I want. Alright, look. Oh my god. Efficiency 5. So here I can just replace the Minecraft. How do I continue this part of the command? Huh. Okay, so it's kind of freaked out right now. Okay, so yeah, this is what I did here. No, that's not how we do that. Fucking hell. I love this. Let me think. Because the thing is, I'm using more than just black wool. Now, I don't know. Let me think. Equal blocks black wool. I love this. This is totally the most fun ever. 1.21.10. Alright, let me see. Really? That's fucking useful. Uh-huh. Am I even still in that Discord server? Yeah, cool. Let's grab appreciated. Hopefully I worded that right because I am so done and tired with this.